Well, I'm really proud of our players, and I thought our fans, unbelievable turnout by our fans, our pep band, our cheer team. I mean that was good. That was really good. Really, really a great opportunity for our team to go figure out how to do it. You know, we're a young team that started the game with some young team mistakes and made some nervous errors, I guess. It was a great lesson that if you can stay in the moment, that was the whole thing, trying to keep them in the moment. And eventually we got there. You know, the second half was much cleaner than the first. And as I said to you back in Piscataway, we're going to be a better team in November than we are today. We just got to keep getting better and better. But as I've always said, it's always more fun to teach from the W column. So that's what we're going to do. And I was really, you love to win any game, right? But I love the way that we won this game. That 12-play drive, 96 yards. I don't know if we threw it one time. Maybe we threw it once, but I don't think we did, right? Did we?
Incomplete pass.
One pass, yeah. So, I mean, that's Rutgers football. And that was a 60-minute chop, and it took every one of those minutes. So, I'll take questions.
Right, can you talk about that quarterback situation, going with both guys, and any update on Noah?
Yeah. First off, we have I've been doing this 35 years, we have the most unselfish quarterback room I've ever seen. They just pull for each other, they coach each other. Noah's going to be week to week. I hope, I don't think it's going to be, it's not going to be a whole season deal. Noah will be back. I wish that I could say to you, no, this was all planned. This many plays for this guy and this. I don't usually do that. We have a plan to start the game, but you never know. Every game is its own story, and you prepare for it, and you have all the data and all the analytics and all those things. But as it unfolds, you have to adjust. And I thought Schiano and the offensive staff, we weren't gonna. There's an old saying: before you can start winning games, you got to stop losing them. And the way we played in the first half, we weren't playing winning football. As we went, we got a little bit closer to winning football. That last drive, that's winning football. That's staying in the moment and doing your job, 11 people, right? And then some one of those runs are going to pop out. That's the same play that went for a yard or two in the first quarter and went for a touchdown. So that's what CHOP's about.
Coach, what actually happened to Noah, and what is his injury?
I'm not going to get into it. He's got an upper body injury, and I'm going to keep it at that. Just, it's all competitive. It's not that I don't want you guys to know, and I know you probably find this hard to believe, but when you play in a physical game like we do, people go after that, So I'm not going to make it clear. It's an upper body injury, and I do, like I said, I think he'll be back, not tomorrow, but in a relatively short time.
In regards to the quarterback plan, when Noah does come back, one, is the quarterback rotation still the plan going forward? And when Noah does come back, is that figured to be?
I got no idea. Yeah, we're gonna evaluate how they played. We're gonna see how they do in practice. Like, you remember when when we had that press deal on Monday? I literally meant what I said. We have 3 practices, and I want to see how we get better in these 3 practices this week. I didn't know how some of these young guys. I mean, how much have you seen Al-Shadi Salam play? How much have you, there's a lot of guys out there, that was their first time playing. So this is literally going to be kind of figuring it out as we go. But the key to me is that if our football team can learn, what chopping is staying in the moment, right? Staying focused on the job. And if our team can continue to get better at that, we have some really good players. We just, it doesn't do any good if the future steals from the present or the past steals. Usually you're not playing great football.
Greg, what went into and obviously it worked out, what went into the decision to go with the quarterback you did on that final drive? Was it the run pass option that gives you there? Or?
Yeah, we were going to run the football. We felt like we were conditioned, we were ready to go, and we were committed to running the ball on that last drive. We got in the huddle and we said, look, we got plenty of time right now. I think it was 7 7 minutes, something like that, 5 minutes, whatever it was. And we said, right now, 96. We got 96 yards to go. Let's go do it. One play at a time. We don't need tremendous chunks. Let's just keep moving it. And when you do that, it's hard, right? As a defender, you get tired. And then the tackle you would have made on play 2 of that drive, on play 12, you don't make it. You reach, you miss because you're exhausted. It's easier to play, not easier, but you get less fatigue playing on offense than you do on defense.
Greg, you said during camp that the offensive line was going to be like a steady climb for them all season, but it seemed like in this game it was almost a steady climb for them as they kind of got better as the game wore on. What was your assessment of where they are right now?
Yeah, 100%. It's a great way to put it, Chris. I think, look at the guys, IB and we have 2 guys that have played. The rest of them, they've played other places. They never played here. They didn't play in this kind of atmosphere, so it was good. They got a feel for it. We played some young guys. I think Kamar got in there some. We're going to keep, the more guys that can play. Mike Schiano got in there, We're going to keep playing. Like I said, I think that's college football, though. I really do. I think it's college sports. You got to let them play. They work so darn hard all year round, and you have big numbers. They're all good players. Find a role for everybody. I'm convinced they practice harder, they study harder, they do all those things better when they know they're going to get in the game.
Greg, you talked about Al Shadi. Can you just talk about his performance on that final drive?
Yeah, he's a very talented young man. Yeah, he's been working very hard. He was here for a year, and nobody really knew who he was. He had some injuries. We knew who he was, and he just got to keep getting better, keep understanding what we're doing on offense a little bit better every week, and because you can see his talent. He's quick, he's fast, he's got good vision.
What stood out about the longer game, just not even just today, but obviously all camp, what you kind of see?
Yeah, Robert's had a tremendous camp. I thought he had a great summer, a great camp. That exact pick, that exact play we missed at Northwestern. He missed. He caught it today. That's what development is, right? Same play, 3-step slant, 3-step hitch to the field. He made it today. And that's what we have to keep. You got to remember, that's how you build a program little by little. Guys get better, and when you add it all up, now you have a good team. So we got a long way to go, fellas. This is fun to win, but we got a long way to go.
Greg, I wanted to ask you about Coach Harrison-Yak. He's well known for his in-game adjustments. Obviously, he did that between the first and second half today.
I thought he kind of did it the whole game. I thought there was some plays that got away from us, but I thought he had a really good plan, and he called it very well. Yeah, he's the whole defensive staff. They worked really well together. And someone asked me earlier in the week, it's a new group. How do you think they've gelled? I think really, really well, and a big part of it is his leadership.
Any concern at all when you're switching quarterbacks like that it would take the offense out of the rhythm?
Sure. That's as long as I've been watching football, that's what everybody says when you play more than one quarterback. As I said leading into the game, and I think a lot of times people think that's me hiding who's going to play quarterback, I really felt in this team that they would be good with whoever played. Certainly, eventually, you'd like to settle on who your quarterback is, right? But, I've seen teams win a lot of games and some championships playing too. So if that's what it takes, we're going to do whatever we think gives us the best chance to win. Today, that definitely did. Like having gone through training camp and knowing what we know from practice, playing them both gave us the best chance to win.
That's a quick follow-up. Do you hope that happens in the next couple games, that you do?
Again, I'm not going to put a time on it because then you try to make it happen. It's got to happen organically. And do I think it will? I do. Usually something happens that there's a click moment, right? But if it doesn't, because I think you were saying when Noah comes back, there's another guy in the mix, right? So I'm not going to worry about that as long as we have the room that we do. Now, I can tell you that I've been in other situations where that wouldn't fly. Just they wouldn't support each other that way. They wouldn't put the team first. This is a unique, room, and a lot of it's Coach Gleason's leadership, but there's some really strong character guys in that room.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.